Stir-fried frittata or steamed with some butter. So versatile, it'll send your heart aflutter. Fiber, folate, magnesium, A and C, and broccolini. Aye!
Oh, it's the Can't Get Any Worse podcast on blast, giving you the real talk, no holding back. Can't get any worse, we'll make you see. There's always a silver lining. We'll set you free, so join the movement. Let's change the game with the Can't Get Any Worse podcast.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Can't Get Any Worse podcast. How are we all today? I hope we are well. My lord, what a week it has been, and we're going to touch on it. But we're having a bit of a sneaky Sunday session today. We look, it's just the way that it's panned out. Nikita doesn't have work tomorrow, so I was like, we've got a bit of an all over the shop day today, right? Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get into the opening clip, and then I'm going to ramble on about this bullshit. So let's see what this lady was banging on about. Something about fruit and vegetables or something.
Stir-fried frittata or steamed with some butter. So versatile, it'll send your heart aflutter. Fiber, folate, magnesium, A and C, and broccolini. Aye!
I mean, there was nothing healthy about that performance, was there? Oh, God. Look, if anything, that video made me not want to eat my fruit and vegetables. So I don't know if that's the effect she's trying to have on people, but yeah, I don't know. Did that do anything for you guys? But yes, like I said, this Sunday, what day is it? It's Sunday. It's all over the shop. So yeah, Nikita had to go pick up a heap of like Christmas presents that she, what's that thing? Click and collected or something. I do the complete opposite of that. Like, that's too much organization for me. If I go to a shop and they don't have what I want, then I've just got to work something else out, you know what I mean? But Nikita's just organized with presents and shit, so she's like, oh no, I'll just drive 400 hours to a shop that has it and buy it from there. So she had that. Then both the boys got new push bikes, so I've built them this morning. And now Nikita's gone to groceries. The boys are at mum's having a swim or riding their new bikes, whatever they're doing. And I was like, you know what? I'll quickly punch out this episode. So tomorrow, when Nikita's got the day off, we can just hang out. And also, I've wanted to, for the last easily 3 months, just give the studio a good once over. Like, literally, more or less take everything out, give it a good clean out, wipe all these shelves down. They're dusty as fuck at the moment. And yeah, get ready for the guest episodes that are coming, guys. So if all goes to plan, and you guys know how it is around here, this is the plan at the moment. But in 2 or 3 weeks' time, it might not be the plan, okay? People might pull out. People might, I don't know, maybe the guest thing might not flow or something, but who knows? But yes, this week should be the last week in a little while that we just have a solo episode by itself. So we should always have 2 episodes a week from now, unless a guest pulls out or something like that. But I did look over at my shelf just before when I said I needed to clean them. And look what I saw over there, guys. I saw this delicious Celsius sunset vibe. Oh, yummy, yummy. Let's crack this into the microphone. Oh, hear that, Celsius? I don't know if there's a better podcaster in Australia to get behind than the Can't Get Any Worse podcast. Let's have a little sip of this delicious sunset vibe. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Oh, dude. One of the best flavors. Mango and passion fruit. Oh, if you're not on the Celsius train, get on it. Do you know what I actually am loving, right? There is about 5 or 6 of you within the last 2 weeks that listen to this show that have sent me photos of you at the servo or something, just taking a photo of you buying a Celsius. And I'm not even sponsored by them or anything. So I'm like, oh, come on, guys. What you guys need to do is send them directly to Celsius and be like, hey, guys, I knew nothing about your brand. And then I stumbled across the Can't Get Any Worse podcast, and he's always talking about Celsius on there. So you guys should really get behind him. He's going to be the next big thing in Australia, you know? But let's rip into my week that has been. I don't even know how long this episode is going to go for, you know? I feel a bit of time pressure because I reckon Nikita will be home soon with the groceries and stuff. I should probably go help her carry them in. The kids are probably, I don't know, something will happen around there. They'll get in a big fight and fucking Parker will try drown Westy or something. Who knows? But we're just going to push through until some curveball does peek its head. So, speaking about my lovely children, we all know Mondays are the days that I do school drop-off and pick-up, right? And it's usually the day that I do the podcast and any other weird and wonderful shit that I've got going on in the world. I usually try cram it in on a Monday so I can make it happen. So last Monday, drop the boys off, get home, do the podcast, editing the podcast and stuff. I go to upload it. It's about 2 o'clock, 2:15. I normally leave home around 2:30ish to go get the boys, right? And my phone rings and I'm like, that's a weird number. Who could this be? Answer it. They go, hey, it's such and such from Parker's kindy. And I've gone, uh-oh, what has happened now? Now, before we sent Parker to school that day, he had a little mozzie bite on his forehead, okay? And we were like, oh, we'll just send him and see how he goes. And I don't know if I've said it on the podcast before, but Parker's allergic to mosquito bites. Like, he just swells up like fuck. And so she's like, oh, just wanted to let you know that Parker's got a big mozzie bite on his head. And I'm like, oh, yeah, no, we did see that this morning and we sent him and we thought if it got bad enough, you guys would call us and things like that. And I think we told his teacher this morning that it was there. And she's like, yeah, no, all good. Just wanted to give you the heads up, you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty big. And I've gone, oh, yeah, no, that's all good. Like, I've seen them before. There's nothing to stress about. Everything's going to be okay. Everyone just needs to relax. And she goes, no, I just really want to emphasize it is quite a big one. And I've gone, all right, lady, you need to relax. Like, it's a mozzie bite. He hasn't been fucking bitten by a brown snake, you know what I mean? Oh, God. Everyone just needs to chill the fuck out. So I've gone, okay, it's all good. Whatever it is, I'll deal with it when we get there. She goes, it's fine. Everything's fine. We just wanted to give you the heads up so it wasn't, like, alarming when you picked him up and you saw him for the first time. And now I'm like, okay, what am I walking into? So I go to his daycare, I go sign him out, and I walk into the room just expecting to see one of his standard mozzie bites. Like, yeah, a bit of swelling, things like that. But I walk in the room, Parker's back's to me, he's sitting on the rug with the rest of the kids, and as he turns his head to look at me, what I could only describe as a second head follows his other head. He's just got a second head just dangling off his forehead. And I've gone, oh my God, what the fuck is that? He looked like the Elephant Man or something. And I've gone, oh, okay. I understand why they called now. So I've gone, holy shit. Are you all good, P? He's like, I can't feel anything. And I'm like, oh God. I'm like, yeah, of course you can't because your head is not there anymore. You're just behind all this giant swelling. I felt so bad for the kid. So yeah. He's just looking like the world's youngest MMA fucking champion, just swollen like fuck, like he's just gone 5 rounds with Francis Ngannou. It was huge. It was humongous. Might as well have had its own postcode, you know what I mean, guys? But yeah, so he's had half the week off school. He's been at mum's house and yeah, just topping up with antibiotics and shit. But glad to say now he is on the mend unless he gets bitten by a mozzie again today. So we will see. Stranger things have happened. But we'll keep on the kid train, eh? Let me just have another little sip of this delicious Celsius. Oh, yeah. Oh, I feel it's so weird. I didn't have a runny nose until I came in here and hit record. And now I just feel like I'm just going to be sniffling the whole episode. So I would just like to apologise if this does continue through the episode. But let's hope once I get flowing, my nose stops flowing. There we go. How's that for a bit of that'd make Eminem proud, that line just then. But the other night, shit was chaotic. I forget what happened, but I think Nikita was working back. I had something in the afternoon. Oh, it was fucking Wednesday, so I had the UFC breakdown podcast to record and edit. Pick the boys up. Nikita worked back late. It was just chaos everywhere, right? So I said to Nikita, I'm like, hey, we're trying to eat healthy at the moment, but I go, how about a sneaky bit of KFC for dinner? And she's gone, oh, yeah, let's do it. Did somebody say KFC? You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, sweet. I'm like, I'll go get it with the boys. You head home. By the time you get home, We should be pulling in the driveway at the same time. Sounds like a plan. Let's fucking make it happen. So I load the boys up, get them in the ute, drive to KFC, get to the speaker box. I place my order. Sweet. Place Nikita's order. Sweet. Place Westy's order. No dramas there. I go to place Parker's order. I go, hey, can I get a 6 nugget kids meal, please, with a Pepsi Freeze? And she goes, oh, sorry, my headphones just glitched out. Can you repeat that? I go, yeah, no worries. Can I just get a 6 nugget kids meal with a Pepsi Freeze? And she goes, oh, it's gone all glitchy again. I heard kids nugget. And I'm like, yeah, kids nugget meal, Pepsi Freeze. And she goes, all right, drive on through. And I've gone, okay, sweet. She must have got it. Must have got it eventually. I repeated it 3 times. No worries at all. I get to the fucking window. She says the price, and I go, does seem on a little bit of the cheap side, but Westy was trying a new meal that night, so I was like, maybe that meal is cheaper than what he normally gets. So I'm like, didn't question it, okay? In hindsight, maybe I should have. Who fucking knows? But I pay for it. I get to the next window. She hands me the bag, and I have a quick peek in there. I don't normally do this either, but something felt off about this whole thing. And I have a quick peek in the bag, and I just see the 3 meals. Mine, Nikita's, and Westy's. And I've gone, she hasn't fucking done the kids' nugget meal. So she slides the glass window shut. And I've gone, hey, excuse me, that should be a kids' nugget meal as well. And she's like, oh, yeah, no, remember I told you my headphones were glitching? And I'm like, yeah, but like if you didn't get the order, like you repeated kids nugget meal to me through the speaker. So when I got to the other window, wouldn't you ask if I wanted a kids nugget meal? She's like, oh yeah, but my headphones were glitching out. And I've gone, I get that. Hey, this isn't your business. I understand you've been given a faulty piece of machinery to work with, but I've got 2 kids in the car and now one of them doesn't have a meal. Okay. So she looks at me and she goes, oh, okay. So do you still want the kids nugget meal? And I've gone, are you fucking joking me right now? I'm redirecting all the hatred I have towards Subway to now KFC. And I've looked at her and I've gone, yeah, I actually do kind of need that kids meal. Like I didn't bring these kids just for show. Like they actually need to eat when we get home. And she's like, started huffing and puffing like it's the worst thing in the world. She had to go get her portable FPOS machine. The way she was carrying on, she made it sound like she had to run out into the field, kill a chicken, come back, crumb it and shit, and then give it to me. Like, just fucking dip the nuggets into the deep fryer or however KFC does it these days and get my kids some food. Like, Jesus Christ. And, yeah, she goes, oh, we can put it through, but there is quite a line behind you. What? Bitch, this is not my fucking problem. You know what I mean? Oh, you know, it just popped in my head when I said that phrase. That ASAP Rocky song. What is it? I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like to fuck, I got a fucking problem. That is poetry, all right? That is modern day poetry. So I've released my inner ASAP Rocky. Holy shit. The words are not flying on this Sunday. And I've gone, look, I get it, but I need this meal. And then she goes, would you be able to drive back around? And I've gone, no, please, just let's get it done. It was, oh God, I was about to lose it. And Westy's just sitting in the passenger seat, pissing his pants laughing. I'm like, this is not fucking funny, dude. Being a dad is the most stressful job in the world. Speaking about that. Oh God. Nikita's going to hate that I say this on the podcast. So everyone, shh. Nobody tell her that I told this on the podcast. Oh, this probably happened like 12 months ago, but it ties in perfectly because I just said being a dad's the most stressful thing in the world. And hey, this could be a fact. This could be a fact out in the world. I just never heard it until Nikita looked at me dead seriously and said this to me, and I don't know if I ever laughed harder. She was, I think it was just one of those days, right? She was running around after both kids. She was filling in forms that they both needed for school or sport or whatever. She was packing school lunches. She just had kid shit coming out of everywhere, okay? And I was like, don't get me wrong, I was helping where I could. Anyway, she turns to me and she says this, and she goes, you know, there's actually been studies done that being a mother is the hardest job in the world. And I've gone, oh yeah? I could think of some harder jobs probably. And she's gone, no, it's actually scientifically proven that being a mother has the same stress levels as being on the front line of a war. Yep. That's about the time that I pissed my pants laughing and I said, so you're comparing the day that you're having today of like packing lunches and filling out forms and stuff to some bloke in the desert of fucking Iraq just gunning down Taliban. You think that you're having a more stressful time than him? She's going, well, I'm just saying. I saw a study and I'm like, okay. I've seen some studies as well. I've seen some studies that women actually prefer smaller penises, you know what I mean? Oh, God. How's that for just an off-the-cuff story? I think that calls for another turns out it can get worse clip. What do we got? Oh, this guy made me chuckle. All right. Let me drag him over here. All right. You guys ready to get fucking fired up?
You got the music ready, Randy? I'm firing myself up. Later. Rise and shine, you silly motherfuckers. Procrastination is just like masturbation. In the end, you're only fucking yourself. Get off your fucking ass.
Jesus Christ, just blasting AC/DC through his Nokia 3315's fucking phone speaker. You need to relax, Randy. Jesus Christ. That's like if David Goggins and your drunk uncle had a baby. I'm inspired, guys. I'm inspired. I'm ready to fucking run through a wall. Let's do this shit. My God. That guy needs to fucking relax. Why is that not closing? All right. On to the next one. Got some sad news, ladies and gentlemen. Some really sad news. Everyone sit in your seats. Buckle in. We're about to go on a roller coaster. Now, I would like to announce formally on the podcast that Weston Misson has officially retired from boxing. Yep, it's official. He's never going back. So let's get into the story, okay? While my boxing content and career is just starting to climb, Westy's got as far as he was going to get, and he's gone, I'm never fucking going back to that place. And I've tried to bribe him. Now, the only silver lining in all of this, right, and then I'll get on to the story, is now he is actually considering jiu-jitsu, which is what I wanted to get him in from the very start, all right? And I'm actually pretty keen, to the point he's also, like, him and Parker are now having open conversations about them doing jiu-jitsu together, and I'm like, oh, I would be the fucking happiest dad in the world, you know what I mean? My Lord. Little burp just was coming up then, guys. Sorry about that. So, Westy goes to boxing last Tuesday, or this might have even been 2 Tuesdays ago, to be honest. But I was just seeing where it all landed. So Westy goes to boxing, and it's just started. Like they do their kids boxing in like school terms. So we've just come back from holiday. So there's a couple new kids and stuff like that are feeling out boxing, seeing if it's all for them. Yada yada yada. You know the usual. And Westy goes into class and it's packed out. There's probably 20 to 25 kids there when usually there's maybe like 10 to 15, okay? And some of these kids are fucking big kids. And so they do their drills for the whole thing. And then usually at the end, they do 5 to 10 minutes of just light sparring, if you want to call it that, okay? It's usually just a bunch of 8-year-olds just like tapping each other with their gloves, just a bit of fun. Now, it would appear that one of the new kids was a giant Islander boy, okay? Twice Westy's size, I would say for sure. Now, the instructions from the coach was, all right, pair up with someone equal size to you. Westy pairs up with a kid that he usually always pairs up with. They do a couple of light rounds. They're having fun. They're laughing. They're punching each other. They're trying to dodge punches. The usual shit you like to see, all right? Then the coach goes, all right, change. Now, I want you guys to pair up with someone that you don't usually pair up with. So everyone pairs up, and Westy's just doing that, like, that sad thing of trying to find someone that he can pair up with. This new Islander kid goes, oh, I'll be your partner. And I've gone, please, God, no, please. So Westy's going, yeah, okay, sweet. Now, I suppose when you're doing your first boxing class, you feel like you're doing a real fight. Does that make sense? Like when you start boxing training, you sort of go into boxing and you're like, oh shit, training's going to be so fucking hard. But once you start like getting into it, you realize that it's more or less just playing around at training. Like you're not trying to hurt each other and shit like that. And this kid was there for destruction. Now, this is probably, if I had to, in Inside Out, the Disney movie where they have like core memories, this is probably a core memory now for me of a moment in my life where I feel like I should have stepped in, okay, as a parent. And don't get me wrong, I was watching this so closely. So they start, and it starts off, look, it's a lot harder than what is usually seen throughout the gym. But I'm like, oh, okay, the coach is standing right beside him. He's going, oh, Westy, keep your hands up. Westy, do this. Like he's instructing Westy, but at the same time, and again, I don't want to fucking sound like a little bitch because this is the exact same coach that I said I liked it when he said Westy's push-ups were gay. But at the same time, I feel like he maybe should have had a chat to this other kid and been like, hey, just tone your punches down 20% or something, But this kid is like swinging for the fences at Westy's head. And I could tell that Westy was just fucking ready to like drop to the ground, curl up in a ball and just start crying. And so I'm like hovering out of my seat. Like my ass is barely touching my seat now. I'm getting ready to run in like a UFC ref ready to break up a fucking heavyweight fight. And I'm like, fuck, the coach is there. I don't want to make Westy seem like a little bitch, like his dad's running in to split this up. I'm like, surely if it gets too far, the coach will break it up. But then it got to the point where it was like, in my head, right, it was like a split second of me now getting out of my seat to walk over there and the bell going for the end of the session. And I've gone, fuck. Westy comes over to me. His cheeks are all fucking red and shit. And I could just see he was ready to break down. And he didn't want to do it in the gym. So fucking hats off to him. Like, couldn't be more prouder for that. And I go, you all good? And he's like, he just gave me like a sad nod. Any parents listening know the sad nod. And I've gone, fuck. So we walk to the car, carry his bag and shit for him. Soon as he shuts that passenger door, fucking howling, crying, holding his cheeks and shit. He's like, I need ice packs. I'm like, fuck. I felt so bad. Like, yeah, it was one of those moments where I was like, fuck, I feel like I should have stepped in. But yeah, he is retiring with an 0-1 record. So poor kid got his fucking ass kicked. But I think that's like, and again, it's probably not the greatest thing, but a big reason why I wanted to get him into boxing was for something like that. A, to learn how to defend himself, like if something goes down at school. And B, as bad as this sounds, okay, sometimes, oh God, I shouldn't even fucking say this on the podcast, but fuck it, we're already balls deep. Sometimes you look at your kid and they're being a fucking smart ass and you're like, God, I wish someone would punch you in the face because I'm legally not allowed to. So I figured boxing would bring him down a couple of pegs, if that makes sense, to tone him down, bring him back to earth, which I think it did. So I think we're successful there. But yeah, he is retired. But I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to go blow my nose because it's fucking dripping like a demon, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Jesus Christ, it is fucking hot in here today as well. Any Sparkies in the southeast Queensland region? Or air conditioning fucking, what are they? Air conditioning technicians? I don't fucking know. Anyone that can put an aircon in here that is quiet enough to record the podcast, hit your boy up. Keen as fuck. Next story. All right. This would have tied in perfectly to the whole boxing thing if I didn't just take a break. So I'm going to take a sip and then I'm going to rip into this bad boy. So I went to gym the other night. With the whole boxing content thing, I've started trying to do a little bit more cardio. So I'll still go do my regular workouts before work because I just feel like throwing heavy weights and shit around before work, it just gets my brain right to go and deal with fuckwits all day, okay? So at night time, maybe like nothing crazy, maybe 3 nights throughout the week, I'll just say to Nikita, I'm like, I'm going to go do 45 minutes or so of cardio at the gym. So whether that's like on the way back from a gig or fucking just if the boys are being good, I'll quickly shoot there. And I've started having saunas at the gym as well. And Anyway, I go to my gym the other night and scrolling on Instagram on the treadmill, and I see Tai Tuivasa, UFC great, puts up a story, and he's at the Springwood Fitness Cartel. So I've replied to that story. I've gone, holy fuck, that's like 5 minutes from my house. I go, how long are you in the area for? Because I had a couple of things flowing through my brain, right? I was like, I'm doing the boxing content. How sick would it be to do a couple of rounds in a car park with Tai Tuivasa, film that, post it, fucking brilliant. How sick would it be if he was in the area for another day or so? He could come in here, he could do the podcast. Who knows? All the options in my head were just limitless. And I was like, oh, shoot my shot. So I replied to that story, didn't see it. About 20 minutes later, he puts up another story. Now he's at Fitness Cartel at Beenleigh, which is not even 5 minutes from the gym that I'm at in Beenleigh, okay? So I'm like procrastinating like fuck for like 15 minutes or so. I'm like, oh, I just should go shoot my shot. But I was just being a little bitch. You guys know me. I hate getting myself in awkward situations and shit. So I was like, what if I rock up and he's just like, fuck off, bitch. Then a dude I've idolized for all these years just fucking hates me. So I'm like, nah, fuck it. I'm going to shoot my shot. I'm going all in right now. So I grab my gear, run to the car, speed over there, and I'm like, oh, he's 100% going to be gone now. Like, he would only post that as he's leaving. Otherwise, the place would be swarmed. So I get there, and to my surprise, as I swing in the car park, Tai Tuivasa is just standing out the front of the gym, leaning against the wall. And I've gone, you're fucking joking. So I sit in my car. I'm like, how am I going to approach this? And he's out the front talking to a bloke. And I'm like, oh, like, how am I going to do this? And as I've looked closer, I realize I know the bloke he's with. And I've gone, are you kidding me right now? Now, this bloke quite often comes to gigs on the Gold Coast and shit. So he sees me perform there. So I'm like, this could not be any more perfect. So I get out of my car. I start walking towards him. And straight away, this guy's like, oh, Jimmy, what's going on? And I'm like, yes, thank fuck he remembers my name. So I'm going, hey, man, how are you? He's like, yeah, I'm really good. Start having a quick back and forth with him. And then he introduces me to Tai, and I've gone, oh, God, I'm jizzing my pants right now. He's gone, oh, this is Jimmy Misson. He's a comedian. He's so funny. And Ty's like, oh, hey, man, nice to meet you. Ended up having like a 10-minute conversation with Tai Tuivasa, which blew my fucking mind. Like, you asked me what I had on the horizon in 2025, that definitely would not have been it. To have a 10-minute, just casual as fuck conversation with Tai Tuivasa, to the point where he's like, he told me when his next fight is. I'm not going to say it on the podcast. And he goes, that's when my fight is. He goes, but don't tell anyone. And I'm like, well, it sounds like you're walking around telling everyone because we don't know each other. And he like pissed his pants at that. And I'm like, oh my God, I made him laugh. So then I'm like, fuck it, I need to shoot my shot after this 10 minutes. So I go, look, it's been so sick to fucking meet you. Thanks for giving me your time. I go, can I ask you the most random question you've probably been asked in a long time? He goes, yeah, let us shoot. And I go, I'm doing this boxing series at the moment. He goes, that's sick. He goes, show me it. And I go, look, my first one was with John Wayne Parr, just so you know it's not some fucking shit thing. And he's like, yeah, sick. Or I love that bloke. And he's like, show me a video and I'll see if I can help you out. So I start to show him the John Wayne Parr video. We're like 10 seconds in. He's looking at it. He's watching it. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, he might actually do something with me here. Then a bloke comes out of the gym. He's like, oh, Tai Tuivasa, how you going? So Tai, obviously being the polite guy that he is, walks over, shakes this bloke's hand, does the usual, poses for a photo, fucking yada, yada, yada. Now, Tai comes back, and let's just say, anyone listening who knows who Tai Tuivasa is, he loves his weed, okay? He's quite a pothead to the point where he's bringing out his own strain of weed soon. And he was very, very high this night, okay? Probably the only reason why he spoke to me for so long, to be honest. And when he's come back from taking that photo with old mate, it was as if he, and like now that I'm thinking about this, maybe he did this on purpose because he just didn't want to be part of it. But it was as if like he forgot what we were talking about and we just kept talking like normal. And I was like, I can't go into the pitch right now. Like that would be so fucking awkward. So I've gone, thanks for having a chat with me. Do you mind if I get a quick photo? Got a photo. and I shot off. But yeah, super stoked. And he's like, we were talking about comedy for ages, which was weird as shit for me. Like, I don't know, like I just wanted to talk to him about fighting, but I suppose that's all anyone wants to talk to him about. So he started talking to me about comedy and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, I just did my first solo show. He's like, that's crazy. I wouldn't have the balls to do that. I'm like, I wouldn't have the balls to fucking go in the UFC octagon and verse someone in the top 10. Guess we're both heroes in our own right, you know what I mean? And he goes, oh, next time I'm in town, I'll come and watch one of your gigs. And I'm pretty sure I jizzed my pants right then and there. I was like, Jesus Christ. But again, I'm like, he probably says that to everyone he meets. Like he probably gets a delivery from his Domino's driver and he's like, hey, next time I'm in town, I'll come down to the pizza shop and I'll check out the store. And they're probably like, oh my God, you're my hero. So yeah, crazy, crazy scenes. Let's get on to the next one. Is this my last story from... Oh, no, one more. All right, so Westy's basketball. I'm not going to fucking dribble on about this. Haha, no pun intended. But he did something funny in yesterday's game. It just made me piss my pants laughing. So I mentioned that he likes taking his three-point shots. And in the game, they're not always great, okay? He misses probably more than he gets in a game. And it's like, okay, like it's a competitive game. Like your teammates are going to be your teammates, your coach, me and your mum. We're all going to get shitty if you just keep taking stupid shots. So we made him a deal. We're like, look, if you get 2 or 3 baskets in and your team is like 10 points ahead on the scoreboard, you can take a 3. So Westy's playing basketball yesterday. He gets 2 baskets in and we've gone, oh, yeah, cool. Good job. We're clapping him. Then in the fourth quarter, he lines up, gets his 3rd basket in. He doesn't celebrate. He doesn't do anything. He sprints down back to the other end of the court where me and Nikita are sitting. And all he does is looks at us and he just points to the 3-point line and gives us a look as if to say, please give me your fucking permission right now. So Nikita and I laugh. We look at each other. We laugh. We give him the nod. Give him the nod of approval. He's amped up. He's like, all right, give me the fucking ball, blah, blah, blah. And then the ball goes out of bounds and the coach goes, Westy, you're subbed. And I was like, oh, fuck. Devastated. He was fuming. He was ready to fucking knock someone out. His coach basically looked at him and he's like, not today, Curry. Oh, God. But it just made me laugh that he actually listened for once in his life and like begged for permission to take a 3-point shot. Like, could you imagine if Steph Curry was just in a heater of a game, playing the game of his life, and he scores a couple of baskets, runs over to the sideline and goes, hey, Mum, can I shoot a 3-pointer? Oh, crazy, crazy shit. All right, let's go to our next Turns Out It Can Get Worse clip. This bad boy here.
Do it. We're at the front of our house at the moment, and I just think waterboarding is the biggest load of bullshit, and I don't think it's that bad. So this is test 1 of waterboarding to see if it's that bad. Hit me up, brother. You ready? Yeah. Give me a whirl. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Turns out waterboarding's pretty bad. Jesus Christ, boys. Have a couple less drinks. Last thing that happened this week before we rip into my week in comedy and blah, blah, blah. Finally did that collab I was talking about last week with the legend himself, Jimmy Judge. So for those of you that don't know Jimmy Judge, if you're living under a rock, he's huge on social media for doing like eating challenges and stuff. This dude just inhales food. It's wild that he eats so much food and so quickly, but the dude is so jacked. Blows your fucking mind. So finally made that collab happen on Friday, and I just pitched him like a week ago. I'm like, brother, what if I'm trying to do this whole boxing content thing, and he's done a fair bit of boxing in his past as well. So I'm like, what if we mix the two worlds, right? What if we do like the Happy Meal challenge where you eat a Happy Meal as quick as you can, and then as soon as we finish the Happy Meal, we throw our gloves on and we spar just with a full stomach. And he's going, mate, I fucking love that. Let's do it. So I was like, all right, sick. That's step 1 done. So that's pretty much what we had. Then we met up on Friday. We're just shooting the shit. And yeah, it was just heaps of fun just chatting to him. I think we were together for like I don't know, 2.5, 3 hours roughly. And we're just shooting the shit. And he's like, what if we turned it into like a bit of like a skit video? And I was like, I'm listening. I like it. So we ended up just meeting at the local Macca's to get the food together. And yeah, the video's on my Instagram if you guys want to go check it out. But yeah, not too much sparring ended up happening in the video. We just played on the whole comedic side of it. And we still sparred. We still did the food challenge. So it was still a sick day. And yeah, just super stoked that that's out there. So I'm hoping it's another little step in the right direction to get my name on an undisclosed boxing event in 2026. Yeah, 2026. Almost fucked that up. But yeah, nothing bonds two blokes like punching each other with a full stomach of fries. Oh, God. All right, let's get on to my week in comedy. Kicked off Monday night, Newmarket Hotel. Relatively quiet night there for what the Newmarket normally is. There was maybe 20 people there. And I was third last on the lineup, and I was like, fuck, okay, here's what it is. Lucky I took my laptop, just did a couple of bits and pieces on there. And, yeah, by the time I got on, maybe half the crowd had left. So it was I wasn't looking forward to it, if that makes sense. Anyway, I got up there, and I actually had a fairly decent set. I was actually happy with it. I ran the same 5 minutes that I ran at Sands Social last week because the owner wasn't the sound tech this week. So I was like, okay, few bits and pieces I wanted to rearrange and stuff. So I did that and, yeah, they went well. So I was stoked with that gig. Then Friday night, I got the late fill-in spot down at Matic Brewing. So I've said on here countless times, I fucking love that gig. So I head down there and traffic was completely fucked on Friday afternoon because everyone was heading down there for the Gold Coast V8 supercars or whatever it's called. And so I was like, oh, fuck. So I think I was meant to be on fourth or something, but then the first person was stuck in traffic. So the room runner goes, can you jump on first? Like, this is as he was walking to the sound desk. And I'm like, fuck, I haven't even worked out my set yet. So I quickly crammed together a 10-minute set and put all the new shit in there again. And again, it went pretty fucking well. I was pretty stoked with it. And crowd responded well to all the new stuff. And it was pretty wild looking back. And again, it's not the craziest thought to have. Like, obviously it's going to happen. But where I had all the jokes ready for the solo show to where, like, and I've only done this to maybe four jokes that were in the solo show to where I've got them now. It's like, obviously the same tone and all that is there, but just the way that I've worded it, I've got to the punchline quicker, just completely morph these jokes. It's like, wow, 2 weeks ago you thought these jokes were perfect and now they're completely different jokes, more or less. So wild shit. But yeah, happy with both gigs this week. That's all I had. Let's do one more turns out it can get worse clip. Which one was it? This guy. This guy is fucking wild. All right. You guys ready to have your minds blown? Let's hit play.
Right now, I feel crazy. Like, not right. Like, not good right. You know, it's like, sometimes you can feel your body, and I can feel bugs in my body. Do you feel them? They're like in my skin, and I just want to get them out, but I like them, and I don't want them to go anywhere. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Dude, I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Everybody's got bugs in their skin. Everybody's got them. Everybody, they're cute. I like them. Get them out. Get them. I need help. I can't do it.
Holy fuck, that dude is off his face. I think we just stumbled across, what did he say? There's bugs under my body. I think we just stumbled across Byron Bay methcore. Oh God, my fucking nose is dripping again. Should have bought some tissues in here. Do I have any tissues in here? No, I'm going to have to go quickly blow my nose again, guys. I'll be back. All right, sorry about that, guys. Hope I'm not getting fucking sick or something. Jesus Christ. Where were we? Just played Turns Out It Can Get Worse. Yeah, sweet. Shit that I've consumed this week. Let's kick off with something Nikita and I watched last night. We watched The Perfect Neighbour on Netflix, and Jesus Christ. To be fair, so I think this is like number 1 or number 2 on Netflix at the moment. So we were like, okay, it must be good. We put it on. Probably took us a good 10 minutes to get into it, okay? The whole thing is filmed on body cam footage, so the audio's a bit fucked, the visual's fucked. It's just hard to keep up with at the start, I suppose. You just don't know who's talking. You don't know what you get a vibe of what the point is, but just push through. And my lord, this bitch is fucking crazy. Now, spoiler alert. Actually, I won't spoil anything, but yeah, the lady that it's all featured about, I think every neighborhood has a lady like this. Just some crazy old lady that's got nothing better to do than call the cops and fucking annoy kids in the neighborhood and call about dog complaints and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, just to see how that all unravels and then just to see how much of a psychopath this bitch actually is was wild, wild scenes. And like Nikita as well, she hated it at the start. Like I said, that first 10 minutes, she wanted to turn it off. She's like, I don't know if I can watch this. To the last like 20 minutes, bawling her fucking eyes out. And I was like, oh, unlucky. Looks like you're emotionally invested in this. But let's get on to the next thing. UFC 321 happened today, and I figured we should do a quick recap. Since we did the breakdown this week, I'm going to take another delicious sip of my Celsius. Oh, so let's kick off. One that wasn't in my breakdown. Anyone that listened to the breakdown knows that I got a little bit mixed up towards the middle there, and that's because there was a whole heap of chopping and changing in the card. So one of them was a late fill-in from, and I fuck this guy's name up every single time. I think it's Killian Salkeed, I think it's Killian Salkeed. I think that's it. Aussie fighter, starting to really make a name for himself. He goes in there on late notice and gets a head kick knockout and got performance of the night. Holy fucking Jesus. All right, glad I got them out. I've got crazy allergies happening or I'm getting sick. I don't know what is going on right now. But that's all right. We're almost there. So shout out to him. Volta Walker, he called his shot. This was some Mystic Mac type shit. He wore a bloody ankle around his neck on a necklace. And he goes, I'm getting another heel hook tomorrow. Called his shot and got his 4th heel hook finish in the UFC, which is insane. I'm pretty sure that's a record as well. I don't know if anyone else has got 4 heel hook submissions in the UFC. So crazy, crazy shit. Umar Nurmagomedov gets his win. We knew it was coming. And he basically called out the winner of Peter Yan versus Merab, which I don't know. Neither of those fights really excite me, but is what it is. I guess he's got to fight someone. Now we get on to the main event. And this is probably the most anticlimactic main event that I've seen in recent years. Definitely. The build up to this fight was insane. Just everyone. Can Tom Aspinall do it? Can he prove to the haters that he's the best heavyweight of all time? The whole story was there, okay? And like I said on the breakdown, he had to come in and he had to prove his point and he had to fucking prove to us all there should be no other names being thrown around than his name. What we saw this morning was the complete opposite. Like, holy fuck. Now, let me preface this. I'll say what happened. So it was called off, doctor stoppage in the first round from an eye poke. So, like I said, one of the worst ways to finish a fight, especially, camera's just shutting off. 1 second. This episode's had it all, hasn't it? It's got sniffly noses, cameras cutting off. My Lord, hopefully I didn't lose too much footage there. But yeah, I don't even remember where I fucking... What does that say? I don't know. Let's hope that's recording. Yeah, pretty shitty way to end that fucking main event. So, and the other thing is Cyril Gane looked good in that first round. Like, I'm not going to say that he was definitely going to get the win. But as I said, I think Tom Aspinall had to get the win in the first couple of minutes to really prove his point. And I think Gane potentially won that first round. I don't know, but guess we'll never know. But the one person who was pissed off about it was Dana White, okay? He seemed more pissed off than all of us did as fans. He was like, the media's like, what's the plan now? Are you going to reschedule it? And he's like, yeah, we have to get that rescheduled ASAP. Gane looked good. We need to get this fight done, which screams to me that they more or less had Tom Aspinall penciled in for the White House card, because usually you'd be like, oh, yeah, we'll wait. We'll see what pans out, yada, yada, yada. But the fact that Dana came out, he said that he was so urgent about getting this rematch done, it screams that yeah, they want a heavyweight belt on the White House card, and the only way to do that is to get a winner from this fight. So who knows what card we're going to see that fight get squeezed onto. But on the back of that, Bare Knuckle was on today. Haze Hepi, Australian legend, fucking lives very, very close to me. So fingers crossed we get him on the pod one day. He did the complete opposite of Tom Aspinall today. He got his entire eyelid split in half. If you have not seen the videos and pictures, do yourself a favor, go check it out. But the complete opposite of Tom Aspinall getting an eye poke, arguably one of the softest eye pokes in history. From what I've seen, I might see better views and stuff coming up, but this is 11 o'clock on a Sunday, so the fight only happened a couple of hours ago. So there could be better views. Tom could not be being a bitch, who knows. But Haze Hepi gets his eyelid split in half and he begs the referee to keep going. Like crazy, crazy shit. Bare knuckle fighting, bare knuckle championship it's a whole nother level. Like those people are fucking animals. So shout out to Haze Hepi. Someone get that dude a Band-Aid and a statue ASAP. All right, our funny clip of the week. I'm thinking about doing this different this week. I think I might plug my shit now. I'll say bye to you guys because this is another long clip. So I will sign off. I'll put the clip on once I'm gone. You guys can just hear that out and then we'll play the outro music. So not every week's going to be like this, but it is like a 3-minute clip or something. So rather than you guys sitting here watching me watch the clip, let's just end with the clip. So I appreciate you guys watching. I've only got the one gig this week. I am at Bundaberg on Thursday the 30th. So as I said, anyone in the Bundy area that wants to have a yarn, say hello, shoot me a DM. I'd love to catch up with some of you guys. The show is sold out though, but if you drastically want to come to the show, shoot me a DM and I'll find you some standing room in the venue. But other than that, guys, send submissions via DM on Instagram at CantGetAnyWorsePodcast or by email at CantGetAnyWorsePod@gmail.com. I appreciate all you guys. Keep those 5-star ratings coming. Keep sharing around to friends and family. Steal your mum's phone. Give me a 5-star rating on that. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you later.
One night I knock on the door, and who answers the door? It's her. And she goes, "Oh, my God, it's so great to see you. How have you been?" And I go, "It's great to see you." Man, I gave her a hug, and I put the Chinese down, and she goes, "What are you doing with your life?" I'm getting divorced, but I got into stand-up comedy, and I'm trying to deliver food to make a living. And she's like, "Oh, that's so sweet. You and her broke up. Oh, you must need a hug." And as I started hugging her, we started swapping spit. And I touched a little monkey, and I could feel nobody had even touched a monkey in like 10 years. Steam started coming up. And I started fingering that motherfucker like a savage and swapping spit with her. And my hand was nice and wet, and I'm fingering it. I got a pinky surrounding her asshole. And I'm working, and finally I put it down slowly. And I pop her pants. I take her tit out. She's got one big fucking tit. I'm sucking her tits. And I'm making out with her. And I'm fingering her at the same time. So while I'm fingering her, I take her pants down. But I go, I don't want to see what the other leg is. So I took the leg off of the good leg. And I left the fucking bad leg covered because I don't want to know what it is. If she's got like a pole under there, one of those fucked up feet. So I picked up her fucking legs and I started eating her pussy. The clit fucking was huge. I'm sucking on it like a piece of bubble gum. I look up at her and she's like this, Christine, like, with her mouth open. I go, now's the time to put the helmet in that fucking mouth. So I switched up. I started 2-finger Louie in her and I went around her. And I put that fucking hammer in her mouth, and she didn't know what to do. She was like, and at that time, I was trying to fucking lift weights and shit, so I wasn't jerking off. Because somebody told me not to jerk off, that your protein, I was retarded. Yeah. You know, I'm retarded. Yeah. And when I came in the mouth, it was one of those loads, Christine, that don't stop. You ever have one of those things? I know, Christine. And you're sucking it with your eyes closed, and then after a minute, you open it up because you're like, when is this going to stop? And I could look at her swallowing it, and it was endless. It was fucking endless. It was just a load of death. It was like a month and a half of not coming. There was Valium in there and Xanax and fucking
well, it's
cocaine.
Nice seeing you, Joey. Thanks for stopping by.
I shot a load in her mouth, and when I took my dick out, she went, ah. It was like she drank a gallon of Mountain Dew. She looked at me. She started getting a little dizzy.
Oh, my God.
I was selling Valium at the time. I was taking like 100 milligrams of Valium a night. Well, I shot in her mouth to put her in a trance. She was glassy-eyed. She gave me a $3 tip, and I left, and I never saw her again. She must have ate that Chinese food and slept for a week.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
You got any dates coming up you want to
You can still
You got a Twitter
feel,
handle?
You
You
can
wanna
still
plug
feel what
that?
that nut felt like, I bet, right?
Oh, it was like a 3-minute nut.
But wait a minute, you didn't even bang her? You
No,
put it in her
no.
vagine?
No.
No,
Well, that's
Let me tell you, the
unloaded it.
pussy eating was tremendous.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I licked her ass.
Sorry, I blacked out at
yeah,
some
yeah,
point.
yeah.
I didn't
No,
listen
sure.
closely.
Once I shove my tongue in your ass, you black out. It's like you're 14 and your uncle's molesting you. You know. You just black out and let happen what's gonna happen anyway.